And so, Sean, my first question for you tonight is why do you believe Christianity to be the one true religion? Why is that the religion that you have pursued with your life?
That's a great question. I would say a couple things. I actually think Christianity deeply fulfills the deepest desires that we have as human beings. So when we understand what the Christian story is, I think we would actually want it to be true. So for example, I'm guessing all of you by now have seen Infinity War and Endgame. Well, Infinity War, the theme of Infinity War is basically, if you remember, the movie opens up and you have, I got to make sure I get this right. You have Loki, who is deciding if he's going to give over his brother Thor to Thanos or lose the stone. And then you have Scarlet Witch. Is she going to give over Vision to protect the stone that's in his forehead? And then you have Gamora, who wants Star-Lord to take her life to prevent Thanos from getting the other stone. And then you also have Doctor Strange has the decision, will he give over Iron Man, or will he allow Thanos to take his life or give him the stone? All of that runs through the movie. And what's interesting is, remember Captain America he says, we're not in the business of exchanging lives. We don't exchange lives like Thanos does, until the only one way to save the universe is for one person to willingly lay down his life as a hero. And sorry to ruin it, you've had plenty of time, but it's Iron Man. Have you noticed that that's so similar to the Christian story? There was one way, and a hero, Jesus, lays down his life to save everybody from the villain. Now, my point in saying this is Marvel spends 10 years and all this money trying to tell the most epic story. And basically, whether they realize it or not, it's the story of love and sacrifice that's been in the gospel for 2,000 years. So one of the reasons I am a Christian is I actually think the Christian story is the most captivating story that can be told, and it's written on our hearts. The second reason I'm a Christian is I actually think it's true. I think Islam is false. I think Muhammad was a false prophet. I think Buddhism got human nature wrong. But Jesus got human nature right, and he ultimately rose from the grave on the third day. We have historical evidence that he lived, died, buried, tomb is empty, and appeared to people. So basically, I'm a Christian because I think it's the most compelling story that our hearts resonate towards. But second, I actually think it's true. And it describes the world as we actually live in. I mean, Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15, if Jesus hasn't risen from the grave, we are to be pitied. Christianity's false. Don't believe it. But if Jesus has risen from the grave, that means Jesus is God and Christianity is true. So I'm a Christian because I think it's actually true. And I think the facts support it.
Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you for that. All right, and we have an anonymous question for you here, Sean. This is an important one as well here.
Okay.